Well, the process starts at the subcommittee level. The chairperson of each committee assigns a subcommittee to each bill. There's a chair of the subcommittee and then either one other majority party member and one minority party member, or two others and two others, depending on the size of the bill. So the subcommittee chair is responsible for having at least one subcommittee meeting, and it's basically kind of a public hearing. Any member of the public can come and talk one way or the other on a particular bill, whether they like it or they don't, suggest changes. And so a lot of the kind of discussion and the reworking of the language of the bill happens at the subcommittee level, and the chair of the subcommittee is basically responsible for moving that process through. You need a majority of support from the subcommittee then to move it to the committee level, and if that happens, the chair of the subcommittee runs the bill in committee, which basically means you're responsible for giving opening comments, explaining the bill, talking about the benefits, the goals, why we're advocating for a particular piece of legislation. And then any member of the committee can ask questions of the floor manager, make comments. The floor manager might be responsible for writing amendments to change the legislation, talking about amendments that other members have brought. It's a very open process, and depending on the bill, you can have 3 or 4 people at the table, or you can have 50, 60 people at the table, and I've kind of been a part of both. I had a guest here last week from my district, and just happened to be able to sit in on a subcommittee that I was chairing, and she walked away amazed. I mean, we were literally listening to the input and kind of rewriting the legislation, as we were sitting there. So I think at this level, a lot of legislators are really open to the public input. We get a lot of emails, phone calls, but then at the subcommittee too, and it really does make a difference. I always encourage people to make sure we have your opinion, because it really means something.
Is there a downside to that kind of? Does that slow the process down? Is there any kind of?
No, there's obviously some kind of balance. We have 100 days,
right.
And there are deadlines throughout the process that you have to meet, and so you have to be cognizant of those deadlines and make sure that you don't lose sight of making sure that the legislation passes those deadlines. But I think overall, the amount of public input we have is great for the process. I'm Tyler Olson, a representative from Cedar Rapids, House District 38. I represent all of Southeast and most of Northeast Cedar Rapids, and was the floor manager for House File 2212, which created smoke-free areas statewide. That bill came through the Commerce Committee, so I'm a member of the Commerce Committee and the floor manager of 2212, and we'll be leading up the debate now that the Senate has made some changes and sent it back our way.